Hello, welcome to another video. As you can see, today's video will be a bit different. Let's start. So, from the moment that I started drawing, I knew that drawing faces will be the thing that I like the most. And I feel like with time, I have come to a decent level with drawing faces. But to be honest, these days I've been getting kinda bored with just sketching and using markers. So that's why I started painting. Of course, as a child, as a teen, I have tried painting faces before. It was just never seriously, and I really never took the time to practice painting faces and to try and understand the techniques and the skills that you need to be able to paint faces. I have posted on my YouTube Shorts one short form video where I painted a face, and that was the first time I took it seriously. Today's video will be only the second time that I tried painting a face, taking it really seriously and really taking my time. With my art journey, I realized that I really am an impatient person. I like things to be done quickly, which when it comes to art, it really isn't good. Especially with painting, because painting is really a trust the process kind of thing. So that was the first challenge that I had to kind of get over, that I basically won't see the result until everything comes together. That I would say was the first struggle. It was a struggle that happened even before I started painting. Then I had the second struggle. Mixing the colors and understanding how colors act. Of course, I knew that if you mix red, yellow, white, blue, you will get a skin tone. But I never tried doing it practically. I never picked up a color and was like, oh, I'm gonna mix a skin tone with these colors. I didn't really pay attention to that before, but now that I was thinking I really want to do this correctly, every skin tone has, it's either warm or it's cool tone. So really adding the blue or red to get the color that you need, the color of the skin tone, it was really difficult for me and it took a lot of time. And of course, not only for skin tone, but for other things as well, like the color of the eyes, the color of the lips, the highlights, the shadows. You know, I never thought that I would need gray for, some shadows, which to some of you who paint for a long time probably sounds stupid, but I never knew that you would need gray. That's why it was really hard. And this piece that I'm showing you took me around an hour and maybe 40 minutes. I needed so much time mixing the colors until I got the hang of it. I kind of knew, oh, okay, so if I mix these two colors, I will get this color. So, yeah, my advice, if you want to try and paint, maybe check out more videos on how to mix colors, because I should have definitely done that, but I was thinking, oh, I already know how the colors work. Well, no, you don't, because painting is completely different. Also, another mistake that I think I made is that my paper that I was using, I think for a beginner, is too small. I feel like I should have gotten my bigger, like A4 format, just because I also didn't have small, like really, really small brushes. I did have small brushes, but I didn't have, for example, lashes and irises and brows, like eyebrows. For those kinds of things, it would be really nice to have a very, very thin brush, but I didn't have that kind of brush, and I wish I had gotten that kind of brush. I think it would make things much easier. And also, if I had a bigger format, which I did have, I just wasn't thinking that would be, a problem. I feel like I would definitely had less hardships and problems if I had a bigger format, because then I would paint a bigger face, so I wouldn't need such a tiny, tiny brush. But of course, I wasn't thinking of that, so that's something to note. If you want to paint on a small format, just get really tiny brushes because I feel like it will be much helpful. Mistake number 4 that I think I definitely made is having high expectations. So, when I started painting this gorgeous, gorgeous woman, I expected my painting in the end to look exactly like her. I was thinking she was gonna look so real. She is gonna be, I don't know, I thought I was gonna be Picasso, I don't know, but I really had high expectations. And don't get me wrong, I am very satisfied with the way it turned out. I'm so proud because, like I told you, this is not my territory at all. And it's not that, I'm not satisfied. It's more that I was expecting like a real person. Like I thought like I'm gonna draw like that grandpa on the street that paints portraits. I was like, yeah, that's gonna be me. I'm gonna do that. But of course, that was not the result. My portrait painting looks like something in between animated and real life, which it's not that I don't like. Actually, that's an art style that I really, really like. And it's an art style that I'm very comfortable in. And I feel like this is where my years and years of drawing portraits came through, because that is my art style. My art style is kind of like something in between animated and real life. But that's not what I wanted with painting. With painting, I think my goal, I'm not even sure anymore, but my goal was to try and make it as realistic as I can, which of course the result wasn't that. But then I came to a realization, it's not that I can't do that, it's just I need a lot of practice, and also the thing that I struggle with the most, time. Like, I see people who, paint for days, days and days, months to get the perfect painting and to get the results that they want. So it was very stupid of me to expect, in half an hour to have this realistic, gorgeous woman. Like, don't get me wrong, like I said, I love the way it turned out. It just, I needed to, really be realistic and not think that I will get, a real portrait. I hope you understand what I want to say. Also, another thing to pay attention to is definitely the sketching part. When you first start to sketch, of course, it helps. It kind of resembles the person that you're drawing. But as you start painting, the person that you're painting can easily start losing features. I mean, you start painting and then you realize, oh, I just, painted half of her eyeball, which, it really doesn't matter because you can paint over it and fix it, which is great. That's the difference between paint and markers. You really, like, when you mess up with markers, it's kind of hard to cover it up. But with paint, you can usually just paint over it, which is great. Just, yeah, I definitely needed to pay more attention on her features because I feel like she doesn't really look like the woman on the picture. Like, of course, it resembles her, but it doesn't look like her. So those are some of the mistakes that I made. And now I want to talk about some of the positive things that I have experienced while painting this portrait. The first one is definitely again related with time. I was amazed by how quickly the time passed by while I was painting. I was so relaxed. I was listening to a podcast in the background, and later I was listening to some music, and just it felt very, very relaxing just painting. Of course, I definitely still need to work on taking my time and realizing that nothing comes overnight. And I really need to, if I want to be even better at painting anything, painting portraits, landscapes, whatever, it needs a lot of time and I shouldn't rush into things. So it really made me, be in the moment and really enjoy the process of painting. The second positive thing I would say is definitely the difference between drawing and painting. Like, of course, it might sound so simple to someone who is doing it, but for me, it is just such a different process, and like I said, to some people it might be very self-explanatory, like of course painting and drawing is different, but when you're experiencing it, and when you know your whole life you've been doing something in one way, and then you try doing it in another way and it blows your mind, like the feeling and everything, the process, I feel like I've really have fallen in love with painting. When I get into something, I can't stop doing it. So from the moment I painted portrait, I've been painting more and more, and I've been wanting to do it more because I like it so much right now and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm very, very glad that I decided to try this. So yeah, this is just another thing on my list that I want to be better at. And yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I hope you stay for the journey because I will definitely be painting more. And of course, I will try and fix my mistakes that I have made. And hopefully, the next video that I upload about painting a portrait will already have some improvement. I mean, that's what I really want to do. I want to try and improve as much as I can. So, yeah, if you're thinking of painting, I want to say just do it. Do it. You don't even have to worry about making mistakes. Of course, there will always be mistakes when you're trying something for the first time. Even when you've done something for such a long time, you will still make mistakes sometimes. So, yeah, I hope this video inspired someone to start painting or maybe even start painting again. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, please like, share, and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!